This is the first part of everything wrong with the Stanley parable. What the hell is this questions? What is time anyone? What the hell is what the hell is this game? Is there anything about yourself that you have not told me? What what kind of game is this? I mean, yes, help. What? What is this? Okay, what type of game is this? I don't know. Help. Yeah, I need help, of course. Will you come back to visit me? What the? Yes, okay. What type of game is this? I don't know. Begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat
Okay.
at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee
Okay.
427 did every day,
Okay.
every month,
Okay.
every year.
Okay.
Although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Okay.
Though he had been made exactly for this job,
Okay.
Stanley was happy.
Okay.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something
Stanley
that would
Parable.
forever change
Nice.
Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one
Okay.
had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting,
Okay.
or even say hi.
Okay.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened.
Okay.
This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and
Okay.
regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, it's like, I'm working in office and I'm getting insane. Okay. Okay, we got up. We got up. So what to do? What to do? What to do? Okay. Nothing to do, I think. Okay, let's go here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley
Oh.
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-worker. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay. So I have to go there. Okay. It's a picture. Okay. Okay. What the hell? Surname access. What the hell? Okay. Okay. Okay, there's nothing. Open doors, so you have to go there.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
Two open
he
door.
entered the door on his left.
On his left. What will happen if I go right? Okay, let's go to right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
What?
and
What?
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
What?
Perhaps he wanted
I
to
don't
stop by
know.
the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Employee lounge. Okay, I cannot go inside these rooms. Okay. I cannot get into these rooms. So I have to just.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had
Okay.
really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay. Coffee. Coffee.
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
What the hell? What should I do?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
What? Okay, I'll not leave here. Just let's see how it
Stanley
is.
sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time
Exactly.
had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
What? What should I do? I can go here, but I wanted to see if if narrator will talk anything. Hello? Hello? You're going to say something? Okay, I think I should leave. I think I should leave.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Okay, I have two options. Left side or forward. Okay, let's go to forward. What is this?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What's this? Where am I? Okay, do not jump from. What the hell is happening? Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone
Okay.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've
What is this
forgotten
place?
about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
What?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
What?
To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What? What the hell is this, brother? This is black. I can't go in there. The-
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to
I
her.
wanna get out.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay. What just
Stanley,
happened?
is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see
This game is
something.
sick,
Come
brother.
inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Wait. Who are you?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? What? No, I'm not pressing.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now
What should
he's
I
pushing a
do?
button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
No, I'm not pressing anything. I
But
have
in
to
his
press that.
mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic
What the
adventures.
hell?
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
What?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one
What's
day while at
TV?
work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he
What?
went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice.
Choice.
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
What is this game?
As he wandered through this
What?
fantasy
What?
world,
What?
he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
To tell your kids a story, please.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Please tell your wife.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In
What?
reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as
What
long
the
as he
hell is
remains
happening?
here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He
It's a
won't stop.
psychological
Here,
game.
watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button,
Do not do
not
it.
do it.
Okay, I'll not do it. I'm not doing it. And the story will not go. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Okay. Brother, it's getting insane. The time is going on. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But I have to do it somehow. Okay. No button is helping. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Please. You told me not to do that. Why? Why? I have to play this game. I don't know. Come on, man. What will happen? Nothing's happening. What will happen? if I don't press it. I'm not going to do that.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Come on,
Tell
man.
him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself. How can I get him to see what I see?
I had
How
to
can I make
press
him look at
that.
himself?
I had to press that. What?
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
Okay.
Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What happened? The end is never the end. Oh, what the hell? I'm starting again. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now I'll choose the right
This
one.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Okay.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes.
Yeah.
This room.
Hut.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. This one, right? We gone to that one. We'll
And so he
just.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay. It's back on track. But what will happen if I do this?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
What?
From here, it's, left.
Left. Okay. Okay.
Oh, no.
What?
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay. Okay.
No,
What?
no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Okay. This game is insane.
Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left.
What the hell happening?
Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. What the hell? Okay, I can't go here. I have to go here.
No.
What?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And
Okay.
this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Exactly.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. Let's take the right one. What the hell is this going? What the hell I'm going? But okay, okay. I somehow end up here. I'm not going to go there.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone.
Hey,
What could it mean?
this game is insane.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
Okay,
What?
it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other
No
direction
doors here.
and see if we missed anything?
Okay.
Aha!
What?
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Okay.
No,
What?
wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. What the hell?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
What?
You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
That's it.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
This
Some people
game
win fair and
plays
square,
with your
and this was
emotions.
not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
This game is
What might
confusing.
happen this time, I have to restart.
Okay. Okay. Restart. Wait.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Okay, let's
Just
follow this
the
one.
line. How simple is that?
Okay. Wait. What's wrong with these things?
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay. I have to go back for the line. Nice. Okay, there's nothing there. I have to go. Okay. Okay, let's follow the line.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Wait.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward,
What is this?
are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably
What?
conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if
What?
my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, Is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa.
Exactly,
That got
exactly.
a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What the hell is happening? Ha! Wait. I saw this thing. Now it's what? What? What's happening, bro? What? Okay. Okay.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
What? That? There's nothing in that font.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Exactly.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
What the hell? Where you are going? Anyway. What the?
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Again, restart, brother. What's happening? Everything wrong with this. Everything wrong with this Stanley Parable adventure. What the hell?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
Okay.
intelligent people, right? Why
Okay.
can't we make up our own story? Something
Okay.
exciting, daring, mysterious.
Okay.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go
But we are
wild.
going circle
Use
and
your
circle and
imagination.
circle.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay. Look at the line heads here.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From
Okay.
here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
No,
Okay.
I'll not do
So
that.
I know that
Thank
each
you.
door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I don't think I can't go anywhere. What? Confusion ending?
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me... That's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
What's
Really
happening,
how
brother?
all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
Exactly.
Really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And
What
the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Exactly. What's wrong with this game, brother?
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Okay.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
What just happened? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Okay. Then now let's follow his commands, I think.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Up. Okay, go up.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
First
office.
down there.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed
But
everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And
we
then
are
something
going
began
in
to say,
circle.
maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange
We're going circle.
observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
What?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they
Certainly.
simply repeating? No, Stanley said to
What the
himself,
hell?
this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
Okay.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Okay.
He thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
Everything
everything that
that
I'm
I'm
doing
doing,
and thinking?
what the hell?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he
What?
thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Okay.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
That's all I
want.
Okay.
I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Okay.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
That's deep. That's deep. What the hell?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Okay.
He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Okay.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
Okay.
I know what is real and what isn't. It was
Okay.
comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. But what? What just happened? What just happened? Again, I'm back in this room. No,
All of this
I need to follow the
What could it
instructions.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I need to skip the.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
Yeah,
he
left,
entered the door on his
left.
left.
Yeah. Left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
Yeah,
upstairs to his
upstairs.
boss's office.
Upstairs, yeah. Yeah.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
What the hell?
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded
Oh,
the terrible
that's
truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
but
2845.
okay, 2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
You just said.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Okay. What the hell? Okay. Okay. Okay, we are going somewhere.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. What? What just happened? Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Wait. Can I go up again?
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Okay.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Okay. I have to go back, I think. I have to go back, I think.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
This narrator.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
Light is on.
Facility.
Call EXIT 914. Okay, light is on. Call EXT 914 immediately. Light is on. Right? What? What is this? Escape? Okay, should I go this way?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? What? Okay, let's see. What type
The door
of
behind
violent
him was
death?
not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around
Okay,
and get
it's
back
not.
on
It's
track.
not sad, right? Not going to. I'll see. I'll see. I'll
At
see.
this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Okay. I wanna see how's this death. Okay. What?
As the machine whirred
Okay.
into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his
What the
demise,
hell?
he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss. Like
Okay, I wanna get out. I wanna get out.
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Huh?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? Where am I? But I am not dead, right? The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What is this?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? হ্যালো
ও কিন্তু ভেগাচ্ছে আমি জানি না ভেগেছে নাকি আমি যেতে পারবো
আসছি 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 আমি এখানে আসছি is this some kind of I don't know what's this museum is this some kind of museum okay I got something
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
okay
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...